Guys, welcome back to the channel. So we are back in the summer house, and it is a hot one today. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not one of these that moan about the weather, although since I've now brought it up, yeah, it is lovely and warm. I've been watching the whole country moan about how hot it is for days and days and like weeks maybe, and I've been like looking outside like, I'm not sure. And it's just been rainy, cloudy, just been muggy, just not summer weather at all where I live, up in the northwest. And it is, I think the northwest is a wet region anyway, traditionally. But yeah, finally we got a sunny day, and I thought, oh, I'll film in the summer house, just be nice and nice to get outside. But yeah, it is quite warm in here. Anyway, so I've got some pickups from Japan. I've got loads of pickups I need to get through, but I thought I'd do the Japanese ones separately because I'm kind of cataloguing the Japanese Master System stuff separately to just the other bits and pieces for other consoles that I, pick up and stuff. So, first and foremost, I picked up Alex Kidd BMX Trial, and you might think, if you've watched my videos before, oh, I thought you had that, and I did, or I do, or I did. Yeah, so I saw this one, and it was in such nice condition. It's close to mint condition. It's really nice condition, and I saw it, and I thought, I knew mine that I'd seen on like last year or whenever. It was fine, but I knew it had some marks on it and stuff, so I thought, right, I'm gonna get this really nice one then. And then before it arrived, I flogged it onto a mate, the other one, my mate Stu. Was it Stu? I think Stu had it, and I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, that was actually really nice, that one. But I'd already sold it then, so but this one is nicer, and it's got all of the it's got the paddle controller as you'd expect. And I mean, I don't know why I'm getting it all out. You've seen all of this before if you've seen my videos, but the manual is untainted by man's hands. So yeah, really nice manual. And then the cartridge again, like it's like brand new. Don't think it's even been used. So yeah, like some of the stuff I do sometimes pick up, and this is a trickier one to find for sure. Certainly complete, like the bits just, sometimes you can get it but the bits aren't about or whatever. So yeah, I thought, you know what, I'll get it, I deserve it. So yeah, I picked this one up, and I'll get that back in the box in a sec. But yeah, really nice condition. And yeah, just moved the other one on to my buddy at cost. Just sold it for what I paid for it, got my money back, which went into that one. And then almost like a day or so later, we got another, and this looks like new old stock again. And this is a baseball game. I can't remember. There are some, a few of them. Something Pennant Race. I think it's Pennant Race. I can't remember the Japanese parts of the name. I know that's shocking. They're really random words as well. My Japanese is not very good at all. But it is one of the ones that I needed, and I got it for dirt cheap. It was only like honestly, like 10 or 15 quid, something like that. So, and it's new. So, oh, look at that. Look how neat and tidy those flaps are. Wow. Said it before, I'll say it again. I do like nice, neat and tidy flaps. So we've got a mint, not even probably red manual, and same for the cartridge. I think it is one of the better playing baseball games that came out, and it's one of the later titles as well on the system, so it can be trickier to find. you know, I don't know if anybody else has maybe got an interest in picking some of these up, or God forbid going for a full set if you're crazy. But yeah, I mean, the games that came out later in the lifespan of the system, I mean, by then the Master System was doing quite well, and had been launched elsewhere, and you know, all that sort of stuff. And it was only like about 18 months later that the Mega Drive launched, really. So over in Japan, you know. So yeah. Anyway, another one, and then that kind of took me up to the max, like the VAT threshold, which is currently £135 for imports, if you needed to know. So I had to get these in a separate box. And these are, I'll show all of them to you. So they are basically all of the, that one's upside down, and that one's upside down. But yeah, basically they are all of the, you can see there. They are all of the cards that I still needed. Well, I say all. Actually, there is still one left that I need. I have to think which one it is that I'm still looking for now. But yeah, I made a big dent because these are all of the games that came out really early in the lifespan of the Mark III. And again, I already had a copy of Ghost House. It's quite distinctive because it's got the little bat on the front. Goes for frightening amounts of money, but I got this for about half what you can pay, so I didn't do too bad really. And this one, I just open it up carefully. So we've got the game sleeve there, and it goes in that little plasticky wallet. But this one, it's got the manual on the back, and I was missing the manual for this one, so I was quite pleased to pick one up with the manual. Manual's not mint or anything, but you know, is a manual nonetheless. It's got a little crease on the back there where you can see it's just a bit white, where it's just folded over, I guess. Probably iron out okay. I mean, it's already better already. So, you know, it's just, I want to try to get all of them with the manuals. I just need the manual now for Enduro Racer, which it's not a crazy expensive game or anything, so I should be able to get it sorted out hopefully. So yeah, so that's Ghost House. So I've got a spare copy I need to try and move on now with no manual. But so, I'm sure someone will reach out and say that they're after it. It's quite a cool game actually, Ghost House. And we got Great Soccer. So this is there's such a cool story with Great Soccer, how it never got released in the UK despite it being a footy game. Even on the Master System, it never released here. So yeah, you know, there's in the PAL Master System set, if you have it, then it's either Italian or German, or possibly I think it might have come out in Australia. I'd need to check my book. I can't remember if it came out in Australia or not. I think I might be getting confused with Hang On, actually. But yeah, anyway, this is Great Soccer on the Mark III. Another card game. I got this again. I was looking at on auctions, and then I went on to the Mercury website, and it was just there for like €5, not a lot. So I was like, yep, have that straight away. It's got the manual again, so quite nice to have everything complete there, you know, and it's an okay game. You know, I'll play it. I'll eventually get around to giving it a try. So we've got Mad Spy vs Spy on the Mark III as well. This is actually really nice condition. It doesn't have a see-through opening like the others, and I don't know exactly why that is, but it was released. So all of the card games, I'm doing that because it's on at the top of my spreadsheet, but all of the card games came out really, really early. Then they released Fantasy Zone, which was the first cartridge game. And only a few weeks really after Fantasy Zone, they brought this out, another card game, I say the last one, Woody Pop technically is the last, but anyway, And this one doesn't have a see-through plasticky, you know, window in it. So I don't know if they had just stopped doing it at that point. It's got a little sticker on the back here. I might be able to, actually I might be able to remove it now. Please don't tear anything. There we go. So yeah, I've got that off. I don't know what it said. It just says Sega Mark III. Oh, and then it's got some writing on there in Japanese or something. So yeah, it is Spy vs Spy, the Japanese version of the ROM, and it's did have a game in there. So no sleeve, but my friend Charlotte a few years ago now gave me a load of sleeves from, I think she got them from for PC Engine, and they are the same. So I'll just pop one of them in there, and again it's got a manual at the back there, so that's quite cool. And I'll, yeah, when I get round to it, I'll pop a little sleeve over that card. Yep, so that's another one. And then we've got F-16, or F-16 Fighting Falcon as it was in the US, but just F-16 over here. It's not a brilliant game. I have tried it a few times on the Master System, but it's quite basic, really. Yeah, and then there again, there's the manual. Don't know if the manual, I've talked about it before actually, but it does. So some of these manuals, and I'm not bothered, but they do have the barcode cut out, and that's because you could cut the barcode out to a proof of purchase, really, to then send off for whatever loyalty scheme Sega were running that month. And you could get, you know, free games for every 3 that you cut out, or 5 that you cut out, whatever it was that they were doing at the time. So yeah, I'm not bothered, but that's a bit of a thicker manual actually. Some of them are quite thin for the cards. That's actually quite thick. So so yeah, I've been watching a couple of videos actually on the thickness of PlayStation manuals, and I know Tutti UK talked a little bit about that as well. So, but yeah, just nice to have them with the manuals, I think. Make sure they're all complete and that. Yeah, so, and then just the last one that came, another really nice copy of a cartridge game. This is the first Fantasy Zone that I mentioned. And I did have a copy, but my goodness was it beaten up. And I didn't have the manual for it either. It cost me not much, like penny, like just yen, you know, not much at all. But this one was a bit more expensive. But I thought, you know what, for the sake of just replacing it, rather than trying to find a manual to go in a really beaten up copy. So yeah, I do have a copy that has seen better days. I'll probably just give it away, to be honest with you. But yeah, this one's got, as I mentioned, it's got the manual and the cartridge. There you go. So yeah, and that is it. I mean, he says I did buy. So you can see these are like acrylic cases, but these are for the cards, which I've never seen before, and it's quite tricky getting hold of Mark III acrylic cases for you know, the cartridge, although my buddy again Stu, I think he's going to get them from a supplier in the US in the summer, which reminds me I've got to send him some money for that. But these are for the cards. So I think there's only 10, and I think there might be 11 cards. So might have to work something out there, buy another one somehow, or buy another 10 and, you know, give the other 9 away or something. But yeah, so I got those just cheap, and I hadn't seen them before, so why not? And then I've already started shopping on the Japanese auctions again, and I've already won a couple of auctions on some of the, I'm on the home straight really, so it's like the last, and I think I'm on like, it's definitely under 10. I can't remember how many I've got left. I need to check the spreadsheet. Not that many. But yeah, just taking my time. I don't want to rush it too much because there are still some SG-1000 games that I want to get and bundle in. So I'm just taking my time on those. And one or two of the Mark III games though are still not that cheap. I mean, they're not the high end. I'm fortunate. I've got all the high end ones, and I'd say to anybody, if you're crazy or dedicated enough to go for a full set of anything, you know, go for the expensive ones as soon as you see them. Don't hang about, and that'll sort of test your commitment, definitely. I do see more and more people, even if you're just going for like the PAL set, and they get, like, you know, Clint sort of said before in the group chat, oh, you know, anyone can get to like 220, 230, 240, you know, and I say anyone, some of those are getting tough to find now, or really creeping up in price, and they're not even that hard to find really. They're just sat in collections, you know. But yeah, the last like 20 or so Master System games that everybody's sat waiting for one to come up, and then it does, and it's like, oh, I'm not paying 400 or 500, or God forbid, you know, there's a copy of Masters of Combat sat on eBay at the minute for 700 and something. You know, crazy money. I would not finish the set. There's no way that I'd have finished. But yeah, I do empathise with people that are just stuck almost now. I you know, you just got to immerse yourself in the community and hope that you talk to a fellow collector that is happy to part with something at a sensible price for you, I suppose. But yeah, I'm going back to the point I was making. I think when you do see them for a price that's just about doable, then just get them. And on this Japanese set, you know, like Bomber Raid, Borgman, Double Dragon, I mean, obviously, great ice hockey. I got super fortunate, just timing, you know. But all of those get R-Type as well, another quite a late one. You know, I had to pay a bit more for those, but I'm glad I've got them now because the prices are just, you know. And even though I think on eBay, some of the easier to find Master System game prices are calming down and settling a little bit. Doesn't seem to be doing that in Japan at the moment, from what I'm seeing. I mean, they're auctions, so you always get a bit, but you know. Anyway, look, guys, 18 minutes in. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I've got more videos to come. If you haven't already, then I got the collection back in the house recently, so go back and watch that video as well. But yeah, look, stay cool, drink lots, hydrate in this warm weather, make the most of it. It'll soon be gone again. Have a brilliant weekend. Yeah, and have a good one. All the best.